his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
To the ground to try to move the chains. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. On fourth down, looking for the completion. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
The Rebels want to move quickly. On the move. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
To go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the defense came into this game ready for the quarterback option. Everyone played their assignment. They forced the quarterback to keep it. They rallied to him, made a tackle. Nice job early in this game playing good assignment football.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, David.
It's always exciting when you can go for it on 4th down and you know your defense will make a stand. They held them to a field goal, Jesse. It's a pretty good job by that defense.
It is. So if I'm this coaching staff, don't deviate from the game plan here. Go back to doing what you want to do and get established in this game.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Looking to move it through the air. A strike downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those.
Off he goes. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Davis. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off-play action on first down. Feeling some heat. With the catch, it's Watkins. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Clemson 7, Ole Miss 3.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Handoff from the gun. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Wide receiver shows motion. They'll throw it on first down. Getting some heat. Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Parrish. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance...
And hit, going airborne! How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I'll tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread, don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Handoff to the single running back. Got room at the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Of 13. That's a first down for the offense.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. They'll go hurry up here. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Got his man quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it all in that last play.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, 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 somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some...
It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. He's going to pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
That last incompletion leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 21. Running back goes in motion. Quarterback checking the play. Dropping back, it's Dart. Coming after him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
What a great rush by the defense. Understanding, winning up front, getting to the quarterback, and rattling him. Try not to get a penalty, right? Because God forbid you touch these guys too hard and you get called for a penalty. Nice job getting a good clean hit pressure on the quarterback.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got a man, it's Harris. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And as we get deep in this 1st half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. From the gun. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Rebels!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like, the running game isn't a big...
Oh, look out! He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. The Rebels get it past the sticks.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll try the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And the Rebels in the hurry up. On 3rd and short, the power run here. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. They decide against trying the 52-yard field goal. Instead, the offense trying to convert a 4th and short. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. And he comes through big time.
Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking for a man. It's Dart. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. There he goes to the right. He's at the 20. The tag. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
What a massive play by the defense, knocking it out. That's a country fumble. There's nobody around it, so you scoop that puppy up and you get downfield. It's a huge return and a momentum-changing play.
Go straight ahead. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
They're trying to get to it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Ole Miss 17, Clemson 14.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. He wants it all. Touchdown, Clemson. They move on top here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space on the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
The Rebels are in the hurry-up.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail. And that...
Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Defense in press coverage. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Grabbed behind the line, it's Maffa. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And obviously, getting the completion, it's a killer. They get a new set of downs. You got to find a way to make a play now. The saving grace, I guess, Jesse, is he ran out of bounds and stopped the clock, so at least the clock isn't running.
Yeah, and David, it's just a situation right now defensively. I think you just got to take more chances, right? You may have to blitz, you may have to sell out, you might risk giving up a big play, but it's just so critical at this juncture of the game that you're able to retake possession and give yourself a chance to win.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. The inside handoff. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
The quarterback takes a knee. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense.